The invisible melody, Elena Cortez's fingers moved deftly across the piano keys in the servants' quarters of the Blackwood estate. She played softly, careful not to disturb the mansion's occupants upstairs. At 22, she had spent 7 years alongside her grandmother Cecilia, who served as head housekeeper to the powerful Blackwood family. During the day, Elena polished silver and dusted priceless artifacts. At night, she played the old upright piano that Mrs. Blackwood had banished to the basement, claiming its sound was too melancholy. The piano was out of tune, with 3 keys that stuck and another that made no sound at all, but to Elena, it was salvation. Her grandmother had taught her to play when she was 5. Using a makeshift keyboard drawn on paper before the Blackwoods' previous housekeeper mentioned the forgotten instrument gathering dust below. "Elena!" Her grandmother's urgent whisper interrupted her playing. "Mr. Julian is having guests for breakfast tomorrow. Mrs. Blackwood wants the good china polished again." Elena sighed, closing the piano lid gently. "I just polished it yesterday, abuela." "I know, mija. But Mr. Julian has important music producers visiting. Mrs. Blackwood wants everything perfect." Elena's heart quickened. "Music producers? From which label?" Her grandmother gave her a warning look. "Don't get ideas, Elena. We're here to work, not to be noticed." But the thought lingered as Elena carefully polished each delicate plate until it gleamed. Julian Blackwood, the family's youngest son and an aspiring music entrepreneur, frequently hosted industry professionals. Though Elena had never seen these gatherings, she heard about them from other staff. These events happened in spaces she was never meant to enter, except to clean when vacant. The next morning, Elena rose before dawn to help prepare the breakfast service. As she arranged fresh flowers in the dining room, she heard piano music drifting from the conservatory. Drawn by the melody, she peered through the doorway to see Julian playing for 3 well-dressed visitors. His technique was precise but mechanical, lacking the emotion that music required. When Julian finished, a silver-haired man nodded appreciatively. "Not bad, Julian. Your progress is commendable." "Thank you, Mr. Richmond," Julian replied. "Father believes musical aptitude is essential for a Blackwood, even if one's focus is the business side." Elena accidentally leaned too far, causing the door to creak. 4 heads turned in her direction. "What are you doing there?" Mrs. Blackwood appeared behind Elena, making her jump. "The breakfast preparation needs attention." "I'm sorry, ma'am." "I was just—" She was eavesdropping, Julian said coldly. "No, I heard the piano and—" Mrs. Blackwood's eyes narrowed. "Back to the kitchen, Elena. Now." As Elena retreated, she heard Julian explain, "Just one of our staff. Thinks she's a musician because she plays that old piano in the basement." The silver-haired man, Richmond, looked intrigued. "Oh, is she talented?" "How would I know?" Julian laughed. "She's nobody. Just our housekeeper's granddaughter who should focus on learning proper service instead of wasting time with delusions of grandeur." The words stung, but Elena had grown accustomed to being invisible. That evening, as she played the basement piano, her grandmother found her with tears streaming down her face. "Mi querida, what's wrong?" Cecilia asked, sitting beside her. "I'm tired of being nobody, abuela," Elena whispered. "When they hear me, they'll really see me for the first time." Her grandmother embraced her. "You were never nobody, Elena. Your mother had the voice of an angel, and yours is even more beautiful. But this world, it doesn't always make space for people like us to shine." Elena wiped her tears and began to play again, this time with her grandmother softly singing beside her. Unknown to them, Richmond had wandered through the mansion following the muffled music. He stood in the shadows of the stairwell, listening as the nobody played with more soul than any prodigy he'd discovered in years.